Today we're talking saving money, 10 things that I stopped buying to save money. I did this video maybe a month or two ago and it blew up. You guys absolutely loved it. For those that are on the process of cutting things from their budget, starting minimalism, starting their debt-free journey, this is a really great starting point of, okay, what can I cut from my budget? What can I save money on? I'm really big on cutting out things that don't mean a lot to me so that I can spend money on things that do. I'm debt-free. I've paid off my student loans, cash flowed a car, cash flowed a wedding, bought a house. We go on lots of really fun trips. Well, now not because of the pandemic, but the pandemic is not in session. We go on fun trips like Alaska, different things like that. And I'm really big on saving money really, really tight so that you can spend it on things that mean a lot to you. The first one that I have cut out is dryer sheets. I do not purchase dryer sheets anymore. I don't use them. I use dryer balls. I switched over to dryer balls 5-6 years ago and I absolutely love them. I have like 8 to 10 in my dryer at all times. I have plastic ones, I have wool ones. I love them. They cut drying time in half, if not more, and they really are great to get out all the static, bounce around, get all the wrinkles out, and you're not putting those chemicals onto your clothes, onto your skin. It really is great, and it's more environmentally safe. You're not putting those dryer sheets into the landfill. It's really great way to cut back, reduce waste, all of that. I have a video planned for how to save money on laundry, how to cut back on laundry, different things like that, laundry tips. Is that something you guys would see? I looked, it's not really searched often, so is that something you guys want to know? Let me know down below in the comments. Number 2 is meal delivery kits and meal services like HelloFresh, those types of meal boxes. I have done a couple of them in the past where they have been sent to me for free by the company to review on the channel, different things like that. But honestly, if you know how to meal plan, if you know how to meal prep, if you know how to find recipes, make them from scratch, you don't need those kits. Now, if you're going and you are eating out every meal or eating out every day, and you go from that to the meal delivery services, yes, that's going to save money when you're going from eating out. But if you're already used to cooking from scratch, if you're already used to meal planning and meal prepping on your own, it's not going to save you money. It's going to be quite a big markup from when you just buy those ingredients yourself. If you guys do want help on meal planning, I do have a free 7-day meal plan that has recipe cards, grocery list, printables, all of that for you guys down below in the description box. And then of course, I do have my course on how to save money. Course, I do have my course. See what I did there? I have my course on how to save money on groceries. If you use code YouTube, you get $15 off, and it teaches you how to meal prep, how to meal plan, how to roll over groceries, how to roll over ingredients, how to do all sorts of fun stuff. Save money on groceries without using coupons, comes with workbooks, videos, all of that. Down below in the description, y'all know the drill. Next up is I don't buy fresh flowers. Number 1 reason why I don't buy fresh flowers is because I have cats that love to eat flowers and they are poisonous to cats. So I'm very particular in making sure that Jamie does not bring fresh flowers or anything into the house. As much as he wants to buy me flowers and be a good husband, I tell him no, because it will kill the cats. And if we do, it ends up in like the refrigerator or in a bathroom that we have to lock away that the cats can't get at them. And yeah, so we don't buy fresh flowers. He used to love to buy me delivery flowers, and oh my gosh, it was so hard. Guys, it was so hard for me. Like, I wanted to at one point to be like, why are you doing this? Why did you just spend $80 on flowers? Why couldn't you go to Trader Joe's and pick up the same exact type of bouquet for $10 and you spent $80? But then at the same time, he was really proud that he remembered to get me flowers and really wanted to be a good husband and spoil me. So it was such a like struggle with, do I bite my tongue and not say anything, or do I say something? And oh, it was bad. But he has learned not to buy me those flowers anymore. And yes, now that I'm home 24/7, he knows the cats cannot handle them. So don't send them to my office because I'm no longer at the office. Next up is greeting cards, and the only type of greeting cards we ever do use or we ever will buy is at the Dollar Tree or at Aldi. Aldi actually has really nice greeting cards for only $1. So $1 is the maximum I will ever spend on a greeting card. I will get them from the Dollar Tree, the either 50-cent or $1 ones if I do buy them, or Aldi, or we just go without them. Honestly, it's our anniversary actually today when I'm filming this, and we are not buying each other cards because it's fine. It's fine. But if I do send someone cards, it comes from the Dollar Tree. Some of the cards at like Target, Hallmark, they're like $7, $10. I'm sorry, what? $7 for a greeting card? That's insane. Absolutely insane. No. Nope, 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 nope. So, greeting cards, Dollar Tree or Aldi. If this video is helpful, I would love you to like the video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe, join the family. And if you know someone that could use this video, hit the share button, send it out, text it out, Facebook it out, but share it with a friend. Next up is newspapers or magazines. And this one is more of the transition of where we are in the 21st century. I remember growing up, we got like 3 or 4 papers every single day. We got so many newspapers growing up, but my dad loves to read. I think he still gets newspapers, but that's just how he loved to consume the news. And he really loved reading the local news, and one's a couple counties away, and then the Boston news. And so we always got lots of newspapers, and then also got magazines. And I remember them coming to the house when I was a kid and looking through, like, reading highlights and Sports Illustrated because I was a tomboy. And it was a lot of fun. But now we don't spend money on it. If we want news, we get it online. And magazines, we don't really care about at all either anymore. Although when I was in U.S. News World Report, when I was featured in it, I really wanted to see if it was in that one, but it wasn't in the magazine. It was only on the online version. But that would be the exception of buying one, is if I'm actually featured in it. But with that being said, we don't buy magazines, we don't buy newspapers, anything like that. We get all of our news online, or if we do watch it on like YouTube or something like that. But yeah, we don't. Next up is apps. And so we do not pay for apps. There is maybe 2 apps in my whole phone that I've actually paid for, but there's so many free apps out there. There's so many free ways that you can do so many awesome things that, let's be honest, most of the time there's a free app that's just as good that you don't need to pay for. So apps is a really good one. Honestly, I know that people have kids that in those games, they can get very expensive, especially when you're doing like in-app purchases, different things like that. So make sure you're cutting back on those and looking for the free apps. There's so many blogs, there's so many websites that will list all the free apps for you. So go take advantage of those. And taking it a step further, I actually have a lot of apps that make me money. I'm really big on apps like Rakuten and Fetch Rewards and Ibotta. And then there's some like survey ones that I do that I'll have linked all down below in the description box for you. But I make sure that the apps on my phone are going to be making me money or saving me money. I'm very intentional about what's on my phone. I don't like just random games and different things like that on it. Next up is manicures and pedicures. I have not paid for a manicure or pedicure. Last one was our wedding. So when I got married 3 years ago, but other than that, it had been like maybe 7, 8 years. I used to always have my nails done in high school. I had acrylics, always had my toes done, and it was just something that always had done. But I leave my fingernails very short, just very basic, just because I don't like polish on them because they chip very easily. And then my toes are always done myself. I just do them myself, super easy. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I live in Florida. I wear flip-flops 365 days a year. So my toes are always exposed. So my toes always have to have polish on them, but I just do them myself. I just get some OPI or whatever it may be and just get them myself. I have invested in some good nail polish like OPI versus the stuff at like super cheap $2 nail polish. That has made a big difference. But I don't go and get manicures. I don't go and get pedicures. When we were maybe 3 months into quarantine, we went to a socially distanced barbecue with some of Jamie's coworkers, and we were like 30 feet apart. We were very distant. There was only like 5 of us there, all wearing masks and everything. But one of Jamie's coworkers was like, "Oh, where'd you get your toes done? Your toes are done. Where?" And I was like, "I did them myself." Like, he was like flabbergasted that you can get your toenails done without going out, that you can do them yourself. So yes, there's that story. Up next is we only go to the grocery store once a week. I am very particular about making sure that I don't go to the grocery store more than once a week. If there's something that I want for a recipe or that I need or whatever it is, I'm sorry, I put it on my shopping list for next week. And if I still want it next week, then I buy it. But if not, I don't make any additional trips to the grocery store, because that's when impulse purchases happen. That's when you're like, oh, I'm just gonna run in for milk, and then next thing you know, you have a half a cart full of stuff or a basket, or your arm's full and you can barely hold anything because you're just like, oh, those cookies look good, oh, those strawberries look good, or whatever it may be. And yeah, you don't need those purchases. I actually try and go more like 2 or 3 weeks without going to the grocery store. I try and stretch it as long as I can. I love pantry challenges. If you guys aren't doing a pantry challenge, I love them. I'll have the printable for you guys. But when I do a pantry challenge, and then after I've done 4 weeks, not consecutive, but 4 weeks of pantry challenges, then I get a reward, which is so fun. Next is bank fees. I am very particular that we do not pay any bank fees. We do not have any checking accounts or savings accounts or credit cards or anything like that with fees. I remember there was times where I had Bank of America, and just for a savings account, if you didn't have the minimum in it or you weren't transferring a minimum amount, you got charged for the savings account. I was like, oh, heck to the no. I canceled that thing so fast. Now I have CIT Bank, where we keep all of our sinking funds, our emergency fund, all of that, and then earn interest on it as well. So if you guys need a high yield savings account, check out CIT Bank. They'll be linked down below in the description. Then you also support the channel as well, which is a double win. But yeah, we don't pay fees. Not for us. Next up is travel size products. Now, if you guys have been following us for a while, you know that before pandemic, Jamie was traveling 80% of the year. Like 3 weeks out of the 4, he was traveling. It was insane and always on the road with his job. Now he doesn't travel anymore for this period of time, but I do not buy travel size products. And if I do, I reuse them. I bought, I think, two things of the little, like, what is it? Old Spice, what does he use? Swagger. Old Spice Swagger body wash. And now I just buy the big ones and we refill those. But I do not purchase those again. And then I don't buy any of the refills or the little travel size for shampoo. I take them when we go on trips from the hotel, and then I just refill with my own shampoo that I like and bring those. But I don't purchase those little ones from the section at like Walmart or Target or anything. Those are so overpriced. It's crazy. So travel size products, those are a no-go for us. So let me know, what do you guys not buy? What if you cut out of your budget to save money? I really want to know it down below in the comments. Let me know. If you want to know how to raise your credit score without going into debt, without using no debt and raising your credit score, check out this video here. And if you want to know my worst financial decisions, yeah, it got pretty ugly, check out this video here. No, no, no.